Let's proceed to the third fundamental operation, which is multiplication. So in multiplying fractions, we don't need to think if these fractions is similar or dissimilar. Just follow the following steps. Change the mixed numbers to an improper fractions. Before you multiply, cross cancel. Why we need to cross cancel? To simplify our fractions before multiplying it. Because if we don't cross cancel first, especially if our numerators and denominators are bigger numbers, then we are having a hard time getting to simplify it after we multiply the numerators and denominators. Okay, so multiply after cross cancelling, multiply the numerators, then multiply the denominators. Then fourth is convert the result if improper fraction to a mixed number, and then reduce your answer in lowest term. Okay, like for example, here we have 2/3 times 3/4. Okay, so when we use cross cancelling method, we see to it that we look at to the numerator of the first fraction, then the denominator of the second fraction, then the denominator of the first fraction and the numerator of the second fraction. How? We need to find the common number that both the denominator and numerator of the first and the second fraction can be divided. Okay, or can be divided. It can be divided. For example, 2 and 4, it can be divided by 2. So you need to divide 2 and 4 by 2. 2 divided by 2 becomes 1, and 4 divided by 2 is equal to 2. Remember, you can make a slash sa 2, then put 1 at the top of 2. The same time, slash bar sa 4, then make a number 2 sa iyang top. Okay? Then, let's proceed sa denominator and numerator of the next, of the first and second fraction. 3 and 3. They can both divided by 3. So, 3 divided by 3 is 1. And 3 divided by 3 is still 1. So, remember, you have 1 here, 1 here, 1 and 2. So, now, after cross-canceling or reducing or simplifying your fraction, you need to multiply the numerator and the denominator. 1 times 1. Where did I get 1? From what you did earlier when you are cross-canceling the numerator and denominator of the first and second fraction. Okay, so 1 times 1 is 1. Then 1 times 2 is 2. That is why the result is 1/2. Okay, as I've said earlier, if you were not to use cross-canceling, you just jump to the third process, multiplying directly the numerator and the denominator. 2 times 3 is 6. You got 6. Then, note that one. 3 times 4 is equal to 12. 6 over 12. It is not simplified yet. That is why you need to simplify it by finding number to get, or to that 6 and 12 can be divided. So you can use 2, the method 1. divide it until you can find or you cannot divide anymore, or the method 2 earlier, that is dividing it by its GCF. So you can choose. So 6 over 12 can be divided by 2 or it can be divided by 3, but we can use the GCF 6 to divide 6 and 12. 6 divided by 6 is 1 and 12 divided by 6 is 2. Still, you have the same answer. So, by using cross-canceling, it lessen our process. So, mas simplify na to siya. O, mas adjunan talabi na kung ang atong mga numbers bigger na kaayo, mas maglisod na ta to find the number that both of them can be simplified pa. Okay, understood. Nasabdan na. So, number 2, 3 and 3/4 times 2/3. So, we have here mixed number. To, if we have mixed number, as you can see in our steps, change the mixed number to an improper fraction. So, 3 and 3/4 ato na siyang improper fraction. By doing that, you multiply the denominator in the whole number and then add by the numerator. Add the result by the numerator. Then, copy the denominator. Okay? So, that is why 4 times 3 is 12 plus 3 is 15 over 4. Then, copy first 2/3, the second factor, 2/3. Then, apply cross-canceling, 15 and 3. Do you follow? So, si 15 ang numerator sa first fraction, and 3 the denominator of the second fraction, can be simplified or can be divided by 3. So, 15 divided by 3, it will become 5. Take notes sa inyong mga notes. This will become 5. You have to make a slash bar here, so 15, then write small number 5 at the top of 15. And then 3 divided by 3 can still be divided by 3 as well. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So make a slash, then put a small number 1. Para ma-reminded mo sa unsa na lamang inyong i-multiply. The same goes for 4 and 12. 2 can be divided by 2, which is equal to 1, and 4 can still be divided as well by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So, sa aho diri, aho na naman sa nibutan directly. So, since ang next process is to multiply. So, 5 times 1, and then here, itong sa ubos ganina sa 4 is 2, and 3 is 1. So, 5 times 1 is 5, and 2 times 1 is 2. Since I have an improper fraction as my answer, I need to change it to mixed number to simplify. So, 5 divided by 2, I can get 2, and the remainder there is equal to 1. That is why ang akong numerator is 1. Then, I'll copy the denominator of my fraction is equal to, which is equal to 2. So, 5 halves is equal to 2 and 1 half. Do you follow? Okay? Another example. Suppose your class was collecting money for your community extension activity. If 4/5 of the class donated money and only 3/4 of those who donated promised to serve voluntarily during the said activity, what part of the class promised to serve voluntarily during the said activity? Pila man kuno sa 4/5 nga sa klase nga ning donate sa kwarta, pila naman ang ning serve voluntarily. So, to solve this one, we need to apply multiplication of fraction. So, we need to multiply 4/5 and 3/4. Then, since they are not in a mixed number form, so simply follow the next step, cross cancelling. We cannot cancel, or we cannot divide number by 3 and 5 because there's no this factor that both 3 and 5 can be divided, but we can cross cancel 4 and 4, which is equal to 1. That is why I have here multiplying numerator and denominator. 1 times 3, 5 times 1. The answer is 3 over 5, or 3/5. So, out of 4/5 who donated money, 3/5 of them promised to serve voluntarily during the said activity. That's how will you apply fractions using word problems in word problems or real life situations for this ad. Okay, any question? So on the next slide, let's identify how to divide fractions. Hello everyone, so let's proceed to the fourth fundamental operation of fraction, which is division. So again, there are 7 steps or tips for you to divide fraction easily. So first is, if there is any mixed number in your fraction, or you have a mixed number, you need to change first it to improper fraction. Then next step is to change the division sign. Instead of dividing it, to multiplication. The next important thing to do is to get the reciprocal of your divisor. The divisor is the second fraction. You need to interchange the numerator and the denominator. If you have 2/3 as your divisor, 2 as numerator and 3 as denominator, then to get its reciprocal, 2 will become your denominator and 3 will become your numerator. Okay, do you follow? Then the fourth step is, since you are now multiplying, because you already changed the sign of the division sign to multiplication sign and getting its reciprocal, then follow the steps in multiplication. Cross cancel before multiplying, then after cross cancelling, you multiply the numerator, then multiply the denominators. Of course, you need to convert your result if it is an improper fraction to a mixed number. And if it is a proper fraction, you need to reduce it into lowest term or simplest form. Okay? So let's use the tips on solving the following problems. Example, 8 7/8 or 7/8 divided by 2/3. First step is change the division sign to multiplication. So 7/8 times. You are now changing the division to multiplication sign. Then get the reciprocal of your divisor. So the divisor is the second fraction, not the first one, okay? So 2/3. As I've said earlier, 2 will become your denominator and 3 will become your numerator. Get its reciprocal. And then you need to cross cancelling. But by this example, 7 and 2 and 3 and 8 cannot be simplified anymore because there's no number that both 7 and 2 or 3 and 8 can be both divided. That is why proceed to the next step, which is to multiply the numerator and multiply the denominator. Here, 7 times 3, then 8 times 2, which is equal to 21/16. Since we have here an improper fraction, 21 over 16. We need to convert it into a mixed number. So 21 divided by 16, the result is 1. Then 1 times 16 is 16, diba? So 21 minus 16 is equal to 5. That remainder will become your numerator, and the quotient, which is 1, will become your denominator, and your whole number, so the quotient will become your whole number, the remainder will become your numerator, and the divisor will become your denominator. Okay, again, your quotient mauna na inyong whole number, ang inyong remainder mauna na ang inyong numerator, and then ang divisor will become your denominator. Okay, do you follow? Naka-follow pa? Okay, next. 4 and 1/4 divided by 3/4. So, since we have a mixed number here, we need to change it first to improper fraction before dividing by multiplying denominator to whole number and adding it to our numerator. 4 times 4 is 16 plus 1 is 17 over 4. That is why the answer is 17 over 4. And then replacing it to our mixed number earlier. So, muna na 17 over 4 na siya. Divided by 3/4. Then, change the division sign to multiplication sign. So, division sign to multiplication sign. Then, getting the reciprocal of your divisor. 3/4, himo na ng 4/3. 3 will become your denominator, 4 will become your numerator. You follow? Then, cross-canceling method. So, here, 17 and 3, we cannot simplify it na. No, 1 is like common. But 4 and 4 can be divided by 4. 4 divided by 4, 1. Slash ha, pwede ka mabutang slash, then 1 butang sa babaw. 4 divided by 4, 1. So 17 times 1 is equal to 17, then 1 times 3 is equal to 3. Then you got 17 divided by 3, or 17 over 3. So we need to simplify it first by converting it to improper mixed number, improper fraction to mixed number. So 17 divided by 3, we can get a quotient of 5, dahil 3 times 5 is 15 paman. We cannot use 6 anymore because when you say 3 times 6, it's 18. So lapas na siya sa atong dividend. So 5, use 5. Then remember, multiply. 5 times 3 is 15. Tama. Then when subtraction, 17 minus 15, that is equal to 2. So we have remainder 2. So our quotient 5, mao na ang atong whole number. Ang remainder nga 2, mao na ang atong numerator. And then copy the divisor. That will become our denominator. So the simplest form for 17 over 3 is 5 and 2/3. How about if we have this problem? Your inventory shows that your warehouse has 15 and 1/2 meter of a certain fabric. You instructed your worker to cut the fabric into pieces, that each pieces measures 1 and 1/4 meters. Now, how many pieces of 1 and 1/4 meter fabric would you have? O pila naman ka bahin kung kada bahin kuno, kada pieces of fabric imong gi-cut na ay tag 1 1/4 nga measurement. So from 15 1/2, you need to divide 1 1/4. So since puro man na sa mixed number no, we need to convert it to improper fraction. 2 times 15 is 30 times 1 is 31 over 2. Divided by 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1 is 5 divided by 4. Next step, division sign to multiplication sign. That's it. Then, getting the reciprocal of your divisor, 5 over 4 to 4 over 5. Next, cross cancel. We cannot cross cancel 31 and 5. There's no common number na. But 4 and 12 can be. So by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Remember that one. Slash bar and line. 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So 31 times 2. Okay, we need to multiply numerator and denominator. 1 times 5, we got 62 over 5. Improper man na, so i-mix number na po siya as our final answer. So that is 5 and 2 over 3. Is it 5 only? No. It should be okay. There's some errors there. Instead of 5 na, please i-take note diha ninyo na sayop na ni 5. That should be 12. Para 12 times 5 is 60. No, 12 times 5 is 60. Then 62 divided minus 60 is 2 over 5. Na error mani oy. So i-take note ninyo please. It is 12 and then 2 over 5. So i-erase na. Dili na sakto. Erase. So it should be 12 2 over 5. Okay? So ang gingon ganina pwede na ninyo ma-slash na diha. 2 na lama. And then here, may silang 1. Okay? Do you follow? Okay, thank you. That's for division. Please try to practice more about it because we will have maybe a short quiz the next day. Okay? God bless.